Golden Age is often remembered for its glamour, elegance, and dazzling movie stars whose images seemed untouchable. These women were admired worldwide, adored by fans, and immortalized on the silver screen. But behind the glitz and carefully crafted glamour of studio personas, many lived lives more complex than the public knew. Some of the most famous actresses and performers of the 20th century were secretly linked to organized crime figures. Donna Reed and Johnny Roselli.
Looks like the old homestead will really be buzzing this Thursday.
Yeah. Oh, how about today? I'm going to clean her room out and get the closet cleaned out and call her friends. Oh, I wish I had 4 hands.
4 hands? Alakazam, alakazams. I wish that Mommy had 4 hands.
Donna Reed built her reputation as the quintessential American woman, beloved for her wholesome roles and later for her television series, The Donna Reed Show. But her personal life included a surprising chapter when she dated Johnny Roselli, a suave mobster nicknamed the Henry Kissinger of the mob. Roselli was infamous for his charm and ability to move seamlessly between the underworld and Hollywood society. He was deeply involved with the Chicago outfit and also played roles in the movie business, dabbling in film production. During the late 40s, Reed's relationship with Roselli placed her closer to organized crime than most fans could have imagined. Roselli dated several actresses during his lifetime, but Reed's wholesome image made the revelation all the more startling. Behind the scenes, Roselli's involvement in violent crimes was whispered about, even while he mingled with Hollywood's elite. Gloria Vanderbilt and Pat DiCicco.
Wedding bells at Santa Barbara's ancient Spanish mission. Actress Joan Blondell is an early arrival as 5 bridesmaids precede Gloria Vanderbilt, 17-year-old daughter of Mrs. Reginald Vanderbilt.
Heiress and actress Gloria Vanderbilt lived a life steeped in drama long before her romances with men tied to the mob. At 17, she married Pat DiCicco, a man nearly 13 years her senior who was said to have mob connections through Lucky Luciano. DiCicco worked as a producer and press agent, moving between Hollywood and organized crime circles with ease. For Vanderbilt, the marriage was a disastrous escape from family tensions and a domineering aunt. What she found instead was a violent, abusive relationship that left her traumatized. DiCicco's temper was legendary, and Vanderbilt described how he abused her physically and emotionally. The marriage ended in 1945, but not before leaving lasting scars. Though she later became famous for her marriages, fashion empire, and high society presence, Vanderbilt's early tie to DiCicco revealed how even the wealthiest and most privileged could fall into the orbit of gangsters disguised as industry insiders. Dona Drake and Louis Pretty Amberg. Donna Drake was a sultry actress and singer whose career flourished in the 1940s and 50s. Her personal life briefly intertwined with Brooklyn gangster Louis Pretty Amberg, whose ambitions in the criminal world ended in tragedy. Drake, then in her 20s, dated Amberg without fully knowing the danger he represented. She later claimed she knew him only as Mr. Cone, unaware of his real identity or occupation. Amberg's attempt to dominate Brooklyn racketeering ended when his body was discovered in a burning car in 1935. The shocking end to the gangster left Drake facing questions from police, though she insisted she had no knowledge of his activities. Unlike many women tied to gangsters, Drake went on to enjoy a successful marriage to costume designer Travilla, lasting 45 years. June Lang and Johnny Roselli. June Lang's marriage to Johnny Roselli brought her directly into the shadowy world of organized crime. Lang, a rising Hollywood star with roles in musicals like Footlights Serenade, married Roselli in 1939. He was already known in mob circles then, but had not gained the full notoriety he would later earn. Lang claimed she was unaware of Roselli's true identity as a mobster, perhaps genuinely deceived by his polished charm and business dealings in film production. Hollywood insiders later recalled Roselli as a man who could be whatever anyone wanted him to be, able to move easily between the roles of producer, diplomat, or enforcer. Lana Turner and Johnny Stompanato.
You drop this?
Thanks.
Few Hollywood scandals matched the drama of Lana Turner's relationship with gangster Johnny Stompanato. Turner was already known for her turbulent romances when she began dating Stompanato, a handsome but violent man linked to the Cohen crime family. Their relationship ended in tragedy in 1958 when Turner's teenage daughter, Cheryl Crane, fatally stabbed Stompanato during a heated argument between the couple. Crane claimed she acted to protect her mother, fearing for Turner's life as the mobster raged in their home. The coroner's inquest ruled the stabbing a justifiable homicide, but the case sent shockwaves through Hollywood and the public. Stompanato's jealousy and violence had been evident long before his death, including a notorious incident where he threatened actor Sean Connery at gunpoint. Turner, whose career was both enhanced and haunted by the scandal, became forever associated with one of Hollywood's most shocking brushes with organized crime. Jayne Mansfield and Sonny Franzese.
Well, the first thing I better say is this, that Miss Mansfield isn't in that bed because she's ailing, and I'm not sitting here because I'm a doctor. She's in the bed because in a minute she's going to be made love to by an actor in a film called The Challenge. Miss Mansfield, I know you won't think I'm rude if I say that a visit to you is rather like a visit to the Tower of London. You're both institutions. And I wonder what it feels like to belong to the public.
My goodness, I guess I feel the same way as the Tower of London feels.
Jayne Mansfield, one of the most glamorous stars of the 50s and 60s, was linked romantically to Sonny Franzese, a notorious underboss in the Colombo crime family. Mansfield reportedly met Franzese at the Latin Quarter nightclub, where sparks flew instantly. Though married to bodybuilder and actor Mickey Hargitay at the time, Mansfield became entangled in an affair that Franzese reportedly considered casual. Mansfield, however, was said to have been deeply smitten, with sources claiming she was madly in love with the gangster. Franzese's nightlife connections brought him into contact with countless celebrities, and Mansfield's public image as a bombshell made their rumored romance even more sensational. Though not as destructive as Lana Turner's affair, Mansfield's connection to Franzese reflected the allure gangsters often held for Hollywood stars. Jean Harlow and Abner Longie Zwillman. Jean Harlow, Hollywood's original platinum blonde, seemed almost destined to cross paths with a gangster. In the early 30s, she was romantically linked with Abner Longie Zwillman, a mob boss, often referred to as the Al Capone of New Jersey. Zwillman reportedly financed Harlow's early career, even arranging a $500,000 loan to Columbia Pictures in exchange for giving her a contract. This connection helped elevate her from bit parts to stardom, with roles that often mirrored her real-life involvement with mobsters. Films like Public Enemy cemented her image as the archetypal gangster's moll, both on and off screen. Harlow's relationship with Zwillman, combined with her dramatic personal life, reinforced Hollywood's association between mobsters and glamorous leading ladies. Though her life was tragically cut short, ending at just 26, her affair with Zwillman became a defining part of her mythos, as both a screen siren and real-life gangster's girlfriend. Billie Holiday and Louis McKay.
What do you think I'm here for? What is he, boy?
Jazz legend Billie Holiday lived a life filled with both brilliance and hardship, and her third marriage brought her into the orbit of a man tied to organized crime. Louis McKay, whom she married in 1957, was abusive and manipulative, with rumored involvement as a mob enforcer. Holiday endured physical violence, financial exploitation, and deep emotional turmoil throughout her marriage. The couple was even arrested together for narcotics possession, further damaging her already troubled career. Friends and colleagues described McKay as a wannabe gangster who sought to use Holiday's fame for his own benefit. Despite the abuse, Holiday remained tied to him until her death in 1959. Still legally married, though separated. Phyllis McGuire and Sam Giancana. Phyllis McGuire, lead singer of the McGuire sisters, embodied wholesomeness on stage. Off stage, however, she was deeply involved with notorious Chicago mob boss Sam Giancana. Their romance began in 1959 when Giancana arranged to clear a debt McGuire owed at the Desert Inn Casino. Though she initially denied their affair, McGuire later admitted to the relationship, explaining she hadn't known who Giancana was when they met. The romance caused scandal for the McGuire sisters, damaging their careers and drawing FBI attention. Agents even bugged McGuire's bedroom as part of their surveillance of Giancana. Their relationship was later dramatized in the HBO film Sugar Time. Marilyn Monroe and Sonny Franzese and Sam Giancana.
Me, loveless? That's right. Because if a girl's spending all of her time worrying about the money she doesn't have, how is she going to have any time for being in love?
Marilyn Monroe, perhaps the most famous actress of her generation, was linked to more than one gangster. Among her alleged lovers were Sonny Franzese and Chicago boss Sam Giancana. Giancana's rumored connection to Monroe has fueled decades of speculation, with claims he was with her during her final night alive. Some suggest he attempted to dissuade her from revealing her alleged affair with President John F. Kennedy. Franzese, meanwhile, was said to be part of a love triangle involving Monroe and ex-husband Joe DiMaggio. Now it's time to hear from you. Which of these relationships shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments section below.